words. I don't think I deserve all that, but humility is a too big a word, Prabhu. But I'm really grateful to you to giving me opportunity today to speak something about Krishna Katha, about Krishna. And, for me, it's a great honor and privilege because Radha Gopinath Circle is like my second family. My first family, Radha Govindji. My second family is Radha Gopinath. So many wonderful devotees, starting from you, Mataji, and all other devotees, Prashanath Prabhu, Radha Mataji, Rajesh Prabhu. So many devotees, Vara Prabhu, Mataji, all of them, they give so much love and so much, respect they give. It's just amazing. I think that denotes the culture which is there as a community in Radha Gopinath Circle. So it's a very, very great honor. And I'm jealous also because I didn't think something like that, which you guys thought for 1 month, literally. You all are doing such a wonderful Krishna Katha. Nobody thought in our circle like that. So, but yes, it was. And I took opportunity one day joining when Shivas Prabhu was there. I joined for some time, although I was late. But I took opportunity to hear Prabhu. So, and wonderful devotees which are giving everyday sessions. So, all the devotees of Radha Gopinath Circle are so fortunate to have, this Krishna Katha, preparing the mood for Krishna Janmastami. It is really, really, amazing. So thank you once again, Prabhu, and all the wonderful devotees of Radha Gopinath Circle for giving me opportunity to purify myself. I don't think I'm qualified to speak on such elevated topics from Srimad Bhagavatam, but I'll try my best with my limited ability. If there is any mistake or anything I speak which is not in line with our parampara, please feel free to correct me or forgive me for that. It's all my mistake, my understanding, and my limited understanding. So, like that. So let's get started. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurulminitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sakrajatam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostude Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langayate Girim Yatpadam Te Shri Guru Dintanam Banam Shri Shabhavaya Krishna Jepadakas Vedanamini Namacharabhavaya. Prabhu, can I share a screen?
Yes, Prabhu, with pleasure. You are a co-host now.
Okay. Where did the screen go? Okay. So today I'll try my best to discuss about one of the important pastimes in Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, that is the deliverance of Dvijpatni, the deliverance of wives of Brahmanas. So if we see Kunti's prayers in first canto, 8th chapter, 26 shloka, Srimati Kunti Maharani says, Janmashwarya Shruta Shribir Edhamana Madha Puman Nevarati Abhidhatum Vai Tvam Akinchana Gocharam. This means that, Lord Krishna, Tvam Akinchana Gocharam. Lord Krishna is Akinchana Gocharam. Akinchana means a person who does not have anything, who is Prabhupada translated to materially exhausted person. Because what happens is that sometimes we get some of the opulence, which are the 4 opulence which Kunti Maharani is talking about. First one is Janma. Janma means getting a birth in a very, very opulent family. Aishwarya means wealth. Shruta means education. And Shri means beauty. So birth, wealth, education, and beauty. So Kunti Maharani says these qualities are sometimes hindrance in the progress of a spiritual path. Because Lord does not like any pride. It doesn't like any ego. But most of the time what happens is that if we are born in some good family, if we are rich, if we have good education, or if we are beautiful, so we get that proud. And because of that proud, we are at front get rejected by Lord Krishna. And Kunti Maharani is saying Krishna is Akinchana Gocharam. So in today's context, we may think, oh, how is it possible that if a materially exhausted person, how can he get the mercy of the Lord? But scripture is full of the examples where Lord Krishna gave mercy to, devotees who were materially not very opulent. Best example we know is Sudama. Sudama was such a poor Brahmin, and he was, he was happy in just being a devotee of the Lord, and he was not bothered about his poverty. Only when his wife, she insisted that you have such a opulent friend like Lord Krishna as Dwarkadish, I think you should go there and ask something. Sudama was very hesitant, and he still, went there. And we know the whole story. I'll not go into this because time is less, but we all know the story how Lord reciprocated with him, how Lord washed his feet, how Lord gave him the place on his own simhasan, and how without even asking, Lord gave him all the opulences. With so lovingly, Lord took whatever this puffed rice he was carrying, he was hesitant to give to Lord Krishna because Lord Krishna is Dwarkadish. How can to a king he can offer something so negligible? But Lord is very lovingly, he snatched from Sudama and he had it. We know the story of Shabari. Shabari was a tribal lady, and she was just being told by his guru, Matanga Rishi, that you chant the name of Lord Ram here, one day he will come. And she dedicated her whole life in, thinking about, Krishna, waiting for Lord Ram. And at last, Lord Ram came. Lord Ram, lovingly, he tasted the jhuta, bear from, Shabri. Where do we get that example? In a normal standard also, even our loving family members also, we are sometimes hesitant to eat their jhuta, right? And here Lord Ram is having some from somebody who is who he doesn't even know, but that's the mercy of the Lord. In Nectar of Devotion, Rup Goswami gives examples of some of the Kripa Siddhas. So he gives the name of Virochana. Virochana means Bali Maharaj. He gives the name of Shukdev Goswami. And he gives, along with that, he uses the word Dvijpatni.
ರಾತ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕತೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತೀನಿ.
So, Dvijpatnis, along with Bali Maharaj, are the example of Kripa Siddhas. See, there are two kind of people, like, perfection, who has achieved self-realized souls. One is sadhan siddhas. See, there is one category is nitya siddhas. Nitya siddhas are the eternal associate of Lord Krishna, and they come to this material world to guide the people in general. Then there is one category where people like us, we are being told to achieve the perfection by our spiritual master by doing the sadhana. So that's why we are so much conditioned that, it's very difficult for us to even do sadhana properly, but that's what is the path where we achieve, we hope to achieve one day that perfection by doing a sadhana. Sadhana means by chanting the name of the Lord, by reading, hearing. But these examples like Dvijpatnis and Bali Maharaj, and they are examples of Kripa Siddhas. Kripa Siddha means they just get the mercy of the Lord without any reason. Actually, it's not without of a reason in reality, but apparently as for the Leela, it will look like it is without any cause. But of course, there would be some little cause that there would be a mercy of some devotee on them, or mercy of, of their spiritual master or somebody like that. For example, if you take Bali Maharaj, his qualification is that he was born in a family of a great devotee, Prahlad Maharaj. And when Bali Maharaj Leela happened, that time when Lord captures Bali Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj appears there, and then Lord becomes very happy seeing Prahlad Maharaj. And but by definition, Kripa Siddhas are that they are getting the causeless mercy of the Lord. So these Dvij Patnis or Brahman Patnis, the whole 23rd chapter of 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam tells this wonderful pastime. So where Lord Krishna want to teach us that, he is not attracted by any of the four things which which Kunti Maharani had told, which is Jan, Aishwarya, Shruti, Shribin. He's not attracted by high birth. He's not attracted by wealth. He's not attracted by higher education. He's not attracted by beauty. He's attracted by only the loving devotional service rendered to him. So actually, if we see out of these four categories, beauty is one thing. Beauty is one thing which, if we are proud on our beauty, I think in very quickly we realize in our life that beauty is very short. Because suppose in our 20s and 30s, we are very beautiful, and we look very young. Our skin is also glowing, and but within 5-10 years, then all this slowly our hair start falling, and so all that beauty goes very fast. So the pride of beauty is very easy to go. Then there is Aishwarya, wealth. It is relatively difficult as compared to beauty, because sometimes wealth stay for a little longer. But we have so many examples in our day-to-day life, in our surroundings, in our social circles, that wealth can just go with one click. That's all. Wealth will also go if Lord desires so. One earthquake, one tsunami, one flood is enough to take away all our this thing. There are so many examples like that. So that is relatively difficult to go that pride, but that pride can also go a little bit very easy. Third is pride of higher education. So when we have the pride of higher education, there also the chances are that in some way or other, we we can easily get being put down. In the sense, we may get some higher educated person who will easily come and, just snatch away our pride by his education or his skill. We see the example of Keshav Kashmiri. When he came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he thought he was a highly educated person. He was he knew the scriptures so well, but he's but was defeated by a young boy like Nimai, and his ego was shattered. And then he went to Mother Saraswati and says, "What's happening with me? I till now I was never defeated. How come today?" So then Mother Saraswati says that he's none other than Lord Krishna himself. You go and surrender to him. So if that is also very easy to go. But the pride of Janma, taking the birth in a higher family, is sometimes very, very difficult to go. And that was the problem with these Brahmanas. These Brahmanas are they were qualified, sages, but they were, they had a pride of getting a high birth into a Brahmana family. And we'll see in this story when it goes further that how, in spite of, knowing that what is the purpose of these, Vedic knowledge. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Vedeshta sarve ahameva vidyo. The goal of Vedic knowledge, goal of Veda is to know me. And if a person is spending whole life in, whatever, the good amount of their life in getting that higher, reading scriptures, and if that person still don't know, it is something like we make some jokes, sometimes that, okay, somebody is hearing a Krishna Ram Katha, and at the end he says, "Can you please tell me who is Mother Sita?" Like that. So people laugh at him. "Oh, what is that? You don't know? You heard the whole story?" So something like that is happening here, because they have read all the scriptures, they know how to do big yagnas, but still they are not understanding what is the goal of this yagnas. So Lord is, very mercifully, he gives this. So these leelas are sometimes they are multifaceted. They give many teachings in one, this thing. Of course, Krishna is teaching to, through this, that how it doesn't matter to be having a high birth in a good family or you are very knowledgeable. But on the other hand, he teaches that how the simple Brahmana ladies, they achieved perfection just by, having attraction for Lord Krishna and just, with their simple heart. Lord can be very easily, in Srimad Bhagavatam is full of, Prabhupada has written in so many places that Lords get attracted by simple heart. Actually, we don't need, very high complicated, our life. However simple we will make our spiritual life, more and more we will get the mercy of the Lord. The problem with us is that we come from our previous conditioning of our material life, where we were being taught to being as crooked as possible. And so when we come in spiritual life, we continue the same thing. Externally, we become devotees by putting tilak and wearing dhoti, kurta, and kanti, and we start feeling, oh, now I'm a great devotee. I can dictate anything I want because I have read all Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Leelamrita, everything I've read. So now this thing. So that crookedness Lord doesn't want. Lord has, taught us by the story of Kubja. Just Lord, when the Lord will press the toe, he will just press the Kubja's head, what do you call, chin. She turned into a beautiful lady. That's how it should be. When we are coming in Krishna consciousness, we should become a beautiful, human being. That's how we should judge ourselves, that are we making any progress in our spiritual life? That how good human being we are turning into. Because Bhagavatam says that when a devotee of the Lord has all the good qualities of devatas. So a devotee of the Lord is like that. He has all the good qualities which even devatas struggle to get. So all our whatever our previous conditioning, we should come out and we should be simple-heartedly serving the Lord, having the loving relationship with devotees, and that's the perfection of spiritual life. And then only we will be able to attract the mercy of the Lord, attract the attention of the Lord. And we see in the story of gopis also. Gopis are so simple-hearted ladies. They are just hearing to the flute of the Lord Krishna, and they are coming running there. And then what, that Krishna is acting as if he's saying, "Why have you come here? How can you leave your husbands, your children, your family members? How can you leave like that?" And they are just surrendered gopis, and ultimately, these gopis are considered the highest perfection devotees of the Lord Krishna. So same thing we see in this also, that how Brahman Patnis, with the, their simple-heartedness and getting attracted to the, Lord with their simple heart, they got the mercy of the Lord, which even the, Brahmana, so-called knowledgeable, born in a wonderful family, those Brahmanas also didn't get. So I'm sharing the screen, so I'll just share some of the important shlokas of this chapter. So this chapter starts with, when Gopas are telling Rama Rama Mahabaho, Krishna Dushta Nibharhana, Esha ve Badyate, Tachunnatim Kartum Arhataha. So the cowherd boys are saying to Balram, Krishna and Balram, that, "O Rama Rama, mighty armed one, O Krishna, chastiser of the wicked, we are being harassed by hunger and you should do something about it." So Gopas are feeling hungry and they are telling to Krishna, Lord Krishna and Lord Balram, that we are feeling hungry. Please get us something to eat. And, we see that, loving relationship what Gopas have with Krishna. So all these devotees, see, if we see why this Vrindavan loving relationships of all the devotees of Vrindavan is considered as highest than even the loving relationships of all other, because there the only concern is how to please Krishna. In everywhere, we know that famous story where gopis, when Narad Muni goes to Krishna and he says, "I have a headache," and then he says, "What? How can the headache be removed?" And Krishna says, "You go to my devotees and get the dust from the lotus feet." And Narad Muni goes everywhere. Nobody gives, because Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he goes to gopis at last, and gopis nicely they give all the dust from their lotus feet and they give it to Narad Muni. And Narad Muni is saying, "You are not worried. You are giving your dust. You may go to Narkloka." Then they say, we are not bothered. Whatever can satisfy Lord Krishna, that is the greatest, our desire. So here it's happening ulta. The Gopas are asking Krishna that we are hungry. So indirectly, they are asking service from Krishna. So Acharyas say that actually it is not that Gopas, because we'll see later, Gopas knew that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he tells this to Brahmanas. But they have the loving friendship relationship with Sakya Rasa, with this thing. So how Acharyas say that, sometimes when we are in our, it's example, like suppose your friend has come to your house and that friend is coming from far and the friend is hungry. But when you will tell your friend that, "Shall I prepare something for you?" The friend will say, No, I'm okay." So what you will say, "No, I'm also hungry. I'll cook something so that you can also eat. We both will eat." Like that, right? So here also, these Gopas, they actually know that Krishna and Balram are hungry. But what they are saying instead of that, okay, "Are you hungry? Shall I get you something?" They are saying, "We are hungry. Please get something for us." So that shows that, how, loving, Krishna and is having the, Gopas, they are so much having the loving relationship with Krishna. So what further happens is that, Krishna replies to cowherd boys, to go to Brahman Patnis. So Shukdev Goswami says, thus entreated by the cowherd boy, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the son of Devaki, replied as follows, desiring to please certain of his devotees who are Brahmana's wives. So why this Leela Krishna has done? To please Brahman Patnis, who are his devotees. So Krishna wants to teach the whole world that how beautiful or how good-hearted these Brahman Patnis, my devotees are. So Krishna says that please go to sacrificial arena where a group of Brahmanas learned in Vedic injunctions are now performing the Anikrisa sacrifice to gain promotion to heaven. So here important thing is what Krishna is saying, you go to Brahmanas who are very knowledgeable in Vedic knowledge. But for what they are doing the sacrifice? To go to heaven. They are not, doing any, because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that all the yagnas, I am the Bhokta Rama Yagya Tapasam, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. So all the yagnas, who is the Bhokta? Lord Krishna. But here, what these Brahmanas are doing for? They are doing it for going to heaven. So that's the problem here. So if we, in our bhakti also, our desire is to achieve something else, then what will happen is that, one day, we'll get Krishna is the biggest, what to say, cheater. He can cheat us. We want to cheat Krishna, Krishna will cheat us in a much greater way. So what Krishna is saying now, that when you go there, my dear cowherd boys, simply request some food. Declare them to the name of my elder brother, Supreme Lord Balram, and also my name, and explain that you have been sent by us. So what Krishna is saying here is that you go there and simply request the food. He's not saying that you tell them that Krishna is hungry. He's saying that you tell them that you give us some food and, and give the name of my elder brother and also my name. At last he says you also add my name to it. Because he knows that with these Brahmanas, they don't know that, what is the, food. So now what happens is that cowherd boys, they go and they request, these Brahmanas. They offer the obeisances to the Brahmanas, and then they request. So how they request? Hey Bhumi Devata, means they are saying, oh earthly gods. So Brahmanas are being referred as earthly gods. Please hear us. We cowherd boys are executing the orders of Krishna and we have been sent by Balram. So now here what if you see that these Gopas have done some goof up, because what Krishna has told them, don't take my name directly. He's saying you go and request that, for the food. But here what they are saying, that we have come by the order of Krishna and we have sent by Balram. So please acknowledge our arrival. Acknowledge means at least look at us. But what these Brahmanas did, they even didn't even look at these Gopas. See how these Gopas requested that, they are saying that, Lord Ram and Achyuta are tending their cows not far from here. They are hungry and want to give them some of your food. So therefore, Brahmanas, rest of the knowledge of religion, if you have faith, please give some food for them. So what they are asking is, please give some food for them. So in further shlokas, we see they are giving certain reasons that, okay, even if the sacrifice is not over, you can still, give the food because they are, even although these are not, Brahmanas, but they are aware of the, what is the rituals or something, that in certain kind of sacrifices, it's not required to, wait for the Purnahuti to happen. But what happened is that, these Brahmanas didn't even look at these, Brahmanas. So they are giving all the reasons, and these Gopas, they are giving that, please give food for Krishna and Balram. But you know what? When the Brahmanas fail to reply even a simple yes or no, O chastiser of enemy, Parikshit, the cowherd boys returned disappointed to Krishna and Ram and reported this to them. So these Brahmanas didn't even look at, these Gopas who are requesting them to give the food. So they came back to Krishna and Balram, and now Krishna and Balram is, what happened? As soon as they came back, Lord is smiling. Lord is simply laughing. He's laughing at the ignorance of these Brahmanas that they don't even understand, that I am the, Bhoktaram Yagyatapasam. I am the receiver of all the yagnas. So now he tells, okay, now you do one thing. You go and, tell the wives of Brahmanas that I have come here with Lord Shankarshana. They will certainly give you all the food you want, for they are most affectionate towards me. Indeed, with their intelligence reside in me alone. So now he's saying that, that you tell that I have come here. He didn't say, you tell them that I'm hungry. So if you see the purport that, that he's not telling them that, you go and tell that Krishna is hungry, because as soon as they will hear that Krishna is hungry, these Brahman Patnis, they will get really, distressed. So, that's what they, did. So I'll just keep the story short because it's already 8:37. So, so finally what happens is these cowherd boys, they go to, Brahmana Patnis. And now, as soon as they tell that, Lord Krishna and Balram has, come, these people, these, Brahman Patnis, they really, they don't even think anything. They just take whatever they have. They were actually, if you see in the, 15 sloka. So if you see, the cowherd boys then went to the house where Brahmana's wives were staying. There the boys saw those chaste ladies sitting and nicely decorated with fine ornaments, bowing down to the Brahmana ladies. The boy addressed them in all humility. Obeisances unto you, O wife of learned Brahmanas, kindly hear our words. We have been sent by Lord Krishna, who is passing by not far from here. He has come a long way with cowherd boys and Lord Balram tending the cows. Now he is hungry, so some food should be given to them. Wives of Brahmanas were very eager to see Krishna, for their minds have been enchanted by the descriptions of him. Thus, as soon as they heard that he had come, they became very excited. So one important thing, if you see in this shloka, the Brahman Patnis are enchanted by the descriptions of him. Actually, in Bhagavatam 10th canto, if we see, there are two examples where just by hearing the glories of Lord Krishna, the devotees got attracted. So one example is Mother Rukmani. So Mother Rukmani, she was just attracted to Lord Krishna just by hearing about Krishna. When the sages used to come to his father's, courtroom, and they used to glorify Lord Krishna, then Mother Rukmani heard all that time and again, and she was so much attracted. And we know the story how she sent a Brahmana to get requesting Krishna to marry her. Same way here, these Brahmana Patnis, what they used to do is that whenever anybody was coming from Vrindavan, they will just be, they will just get chance, the opportunity to hear about Leelas of Krishna, Balram, and Nanda Baba, Yashoda, all those pastimes which were happening there. And that made them so much attracted to Krishna that, they just in their mind, they just wanted to meet, Lord Krishna. So as soon as they heard that Lord has come along with Lord Balram, immediately took everything, whatever they had prepared for the yagna. And when these people, their husbands, brothers, sons, all these Brahmanas, their relatives, they tried to stop them. They didn't even bother. And along the river of Yamuna, within a garden decorated with buds of Ashoka trees, they caught the sight of him strolling along in the company of cowherd boys and So they crossed the river Yamuna because they were, on the other side, towards the Mathura side. So they crossed and they came the other side, and here they saw the beautiful glance of Lord Krishna. And this shloka is very, very beautiful, which glorifies, what they saw. Shyamam hiranya paridhim vanamalya barha dhatu praval nata vesham anavritam se vinyasta hastam itarena dhanumanam abjam karnotpalaka kapol mukhabja hasam, which means his complexion was dark blue, his golden garment, wearing a peacock feather, colored minerals, sprigs of flower birds, a garland of forest flower, and leaves. He was dressed like a dramatic dancer. He rested one hand upon the shoulder of a friend, and with other twirled a lotus. And lilies grazed his ears, and his hair hung down over his cheeks, and his lotus-like face was smiling. So you see how beautifully Shukdev Goswami is beautifully explaining Krishna. His dark blue complexion, his garments are golden, he's wearing a peacock feather and garland of forest flowers. He's dressed like a dramatic dancer. And you can imagine his hand, which is rested on one of the shoulder of his friend. And in one of the hand, he is naughtily waving lotus flower. So you can imagine this beautiful form, how beautiful it would be to have that scene when you see Krishna and you see this, he's rotating that lotus flower in his hand, and such a beautiful glance of Lord Krishna. After seeing that, these ladies were really mesmerized by the beauty of Lord Krishna, and then it says that within their hearts they embrace the Lord Krishna. And after that, but what Krishna is, as always, he is naughty. So here also he says to these ladies that, welcome, O most fortunate ladies, please sit down and make yourself comfortable. What can I do for you? That you have come here to see me is most appropriate. So he's saying that, okay, you come, he's welcoming them, and, come and sit. How can I help you? As if he doesn't know. Just few shlokas back, we saw that how Lord told to Gopas that these Brahman Patnis are my greatest devotees. But here what he's doing, he's telling them that, okay, what can I do for you? Although you have come to me, that's the greatest thing, but it's fine. But what can I do for you? And so, see, these Brahman Patnis are, so now he is actually, teasing these, Brahman Patnis by saying that you have come, you left your husbands, like he does to gopis, that, why you have come here? Don't you have any social this thing? So Krishna, certainly expert personalities who can see their own true interest render unmotivated and uninterrupted devotional service directly to me, for I am most dear to the soul. So why the Lord is dear to those ones? Anyone who is unmotivated and it is the same word which is used in second canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, where it says ahetuki apratihata. So here also same word Krishna uses, unmotivated and uninterrupted service anybody does to Lord Krishna, Lord becomes obligated to them. So then after basically glorifying Brahman Patnis, so these so he says that you should return to the sacrificial arena because your husbands, the learned Brahmanas, are householders and need your assistance to finish their respective sacrifices. So now first he is glorifying them. And then he's saying that indirectly, he's saying why you have come, because your duty is to serve your husband. But then these Brahman Patnis are saying that, oh, Almighty One, please don't speak such cruel words. Rather, you should fulfill your promise that you always reciprocate with your devotees in kind. Now we have attained your lotus feet. We simply wish to remain here in the forest, so we may carry upon our heads the garlands of tulsi leaves that fall from your lotus feet. We are ready to give up all material relationships. So see the kind of devotion these Brahman Patnis have. They are just saying that we'll live in forest and we'll just take the tulsi which is there in your lotus feet, and like that we are ready to leave all our all our relatives and all that. So they are no more important for this thing. So the problem with Krishna is that he wants complete attention. We see in Damodar Leela also what Krishna does. As soon as Mother Yashoda keeps Krishna down, Krishna becomes upset, and then he starts breaking pots, this thing. So we see that Krishna just wants the undivided attention. But problem with all of us is that we want to be devotees, but at the same time we want to keep our material our attachments, and we think somehow Lord should take care of us. So there is a poem, the person who is in two boats falls down. So that's the problem with all of us. So if we are not able to see, we need to anoint our eyes with the love for Krishna to have the kind of darshan which these Brahman Patnis have. Premanjana churita bhakti vilochanena santa sadaiva hridayeshu vilokayanti. So as soon as our eyes are anointed with the love for Lord Krishna, then only we will be able to have real darshan. Assume today, Lord Krishna, he comes in front of us and he says, I'm Lord Krishna. What do you want from me? We'll say, as we see, because the problem with us is we have seen the movie PK and Oh My God and all that, no? So those movies have taught us nicely that everybody is a drama. Here also, he's a Natwar, like he's a greatest drama person, Krishna. But our eyes are not purified enough to see Krishna. The kind that these gopis these Brahman Patnis are seeing, the beautiful form of the Lord. And, they are just, mesmerized by that. So the process of devotional service, that's why you say, Om Jnana Timirandasya, Jnanan Jana Shalakya, Chakshur Ulmritam Yena Tasmai Shri Guru Venam. So we take the shelter of the spiritual master because he has perfected his life. He's Tattvadarshi, as Bhagavad Gita says. He has seen the Lord, Lord Krishna. And when he anoints our eyes with the what do you call that? Kajal of knowledge, kajal of love, then only we are able to see. So it's important that we take the shelter of the spiritual master and pure devotees, serve them. Tat vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya updeshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshana. So we serve them humbly and try to acquire the knowledge from them. And maybe one day we will be able to achieve the same perfection what these Brahman Patnis got it. So anyway, so now when they are saying that we will, we can't go back because they will not take us anymore because we have come back against their wishes. So then Supreme Personality of God says that rest assured that your husband will not be inimical towards you, and nor your father, brothers and sons and other relatives or general populace. I'll personally advise them of this situation. Indeed, even the demigods will express their approval. So for a person who is surrendered to Lord Krishna, for him it is not, he should not have any fear, So we are talking about Bhokta Ram Yajna Tapasam Sarvaloko Maheshwaram Suhridam Sarva Bhutana Gyatvam Jan Shanti Rachati. So a person who has understood all this, that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he attains the peace. So for us, there is no reason, we can learn here that Krishna is giving guarantee to Brahman Patnis that don't worry, nobody will, question you, or they will not have any, ill feeling about you. And for you to remain in my bodily association would certainly not please the people in word, and nor would it be best way for you to increase your love for me. Rather, you should fix your minds on me, and very soon you will achieve. And so like that, when these instruction is given by Lord Krishna to Brahmana Patnis, by having the beautiful darshan of Lord Krishna and taking the beautiful form of the Lord, they come back to their, their husbands. And, after, once they, Brahman Patnis leave, these cowherd boys, along with Lord Krishna, they enjoy the prasadam which was brought by, Brahman Patnis. So, Supreme Lord, appearing like human being to perform his pastimes, imitated the ways of human society. He enjoyed pleasing his cowherd boyfriends, and cowherd girlfriends with his beauty, words, and action. So when these Brahmanas, they came, when they saw these Brahman Patnis are coming back, so instead of scolding their wives because they have gone against wives, mothers, or whatever, um, sisters, whatever, these Brahmanis, so they are not getting angry on them. Rather, they started cursing themselves because they realized somehow, because Lord had given guarantee to Brahman Patnis that don't worry, your husband, brothers, sons, they will not question you. So what, if you see in 38 shloka, Krishna is, these Brahmanas are saying, we have sinned, we have denied the request of two lords of the universe who deceptively appeared as an ordinary human being. Taking note of their wife's pure transcendental devotion for Lord Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead, seeing their own lack of devotion, Brahmanas felt very sorrowful and began to condemn themselves. So Brahmanas are saying, to hell with our threefold birth, our vow of celibacy and our extensive learning, to hell with our aristocratic background and our expertise in rituals of sacrifice. These are all condemned because we are inimical to the transcendental personality of Godhead. So what happens is that after realizing their mistake, that they have, they have missed the great opportunity to have darshan of the Lord, they just curse themselves. And they glorify their wives a lot, all these ladies. They say that these women have not gone through the various purificatory rituals like sanskaras, but they are more exalted than any great sages because they understood that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And they went and they did directly devotional service to to the Lord. And like that, they regret about this thing. But at the end, the still surprise thing is that when in last shloka of this thing, that Shukdev Goswami says that in spite of knowing that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, because of the afraid of King Kamsa, they didn't dare to go to Praja. They were still scared going to this thing. That means they were still attached to their material, what do you say, attached to their material positions. Unlike the Brahman Patnis who were, just they didn't bother, like gopis, they didn't bother about the social status. They didn't bother about what is rituals, what is a person is supposed to fulfill. They just wanted to see Krishna. And that's the one thing, that desire to serve Krishna, desire to serve the pure devotees of the Lord. If that desire a person has, simply by the simple-hearted, these Brahman Patnis or these Patnis, they got attracted to Lord Krishna simply by doing the Shravana. So important lesson from Brahman, this chapter of, deliverance of Brahman Patnis is that we should spend a good amount of time on doing the wonderful hearing of the wonderful pastimes of the Lord. By that constant hearing, we will get the attraction of the Lord. Unfortunately, in our conditioned state at the moment, we are not able to develop the attraction. So what we should do is we should do a strong sadhana by chanting the name of the Lord, by hearing Krishna Katha regularly, by taking the association of pure devotees, by serving the pure devotees, and taking as much as possible, association of devotees. We can develop the, attraction to the Supreme Lord. So my humble request to all the wonderful devotees of Radha Gopinath Circle is that utilize the opportunity whenever it comes to take the association of devotees. Like Sunday feast we have. I always say in all the classes, and I'm sure most of you are coming, but those who are missing this, you should take the association of devotees at least on Sunday if we are not able to go every day. Prabhupada has created a very systematic, process where on Sunday we can go have a darshan of deities, have the association of Bhagavata's devotees, and have association of Srimad Bhagavatam, and like that. So utilize any opportunity which comes to us to take the association of the Lord. These Brahman Patnis, they achieved perfection just by taking the association of devotees who were coming from Vrindavan and telling the pastimes of Krishna and Balaram and Gopas. And with that, they achieved perfection. They achieved that attraction to the Lord. And, so just by being simple-hearted, being because Krishna is not going to sit in our heart if our heart is full of, anarthas. So when Rup Goswami says that Ado Shraddha Sadhu Sangha Bhajan Kriya Anarth Nivriti. So to reach the stage of Anarth Nivriti, we have to take first 3 steps. Ado Shraddha, it starts with Shraddha. Sadhu Sang, take association of devotees, and do Bhajan Kriya under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master and senior devotees. And with that, we'll reach the state of Anarth Nivriti. And when we'll have the Anarth Nivriti, heart purifies, then Lord Krishna can easily enter into our heart, like he entered into the heart of these Brahmanis. With that, I will end because it's already 57. So once again, thank you so much for giving me wonderful opportunity to talk about this beautiful pastimes of Lord Krishna and the beautiful devotees of the Lord Brahman Patnis. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्री सिकंदर का गिरधारी श्रीमन महाप्रभु की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्रील गुरुदेव की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरे हरे।
Thank you, Prabhu, for your wonderful class. It is so enlightening for all of us. And you have taken to the nectar of Srimad Bhagavatam, that 10th canto, the all auspicious Samam Bonam. So more than words can say, I express my feelings that we are very fortunate to have your association. So
Thank you so much, Prabhu, giving me wonderful opportunity. I think it was a very, very wonderful experience because it gave me some opportunity, because to speak also I need to prepare. So it gave me some opportunity to purify myself. So thank you so much, Prabhu. I know you are my always well-wisher from the day one. So those who don't know that my spiritual life started in the association of Madhurapati Prabhu and Parabhakti Mataji, and I've learned so much. Me and my wife and our family, we are eternally indebted to Madhurapati Prabhu and Mataji for giving us so much of wonderful association, especially in our initial days of bhakti, when we were both taking the guidance from Shivas Prabhu. At that point of time, Prabhu and Mataji taught us so many things. So we are just very, very grateful to them for giving us this.
Actually, it is we learned from you. So Premadata Prabhu is senior to me. So he is my well-wisher, my good friend, and my good associate. So we thank him for very much for this wonderful occasion to meet Prabhu. His family. Hare Krishna. We have Radha Brajabilashini Mataji. She would like to do the Thanksgiving for Prabhu. Daily Mataji is taking this service. Yes, Mataji, over to you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam to you, Prabhu. Thank you once again for giving us such a wonderful, taking us through the Brahmana Patni's pastime with the Lord. So you nicely said that how Lord is not attracted by birth, wealth, education, and beauty. Lord is attracted only by loving devotional service. Okay, and nicely explained the about the Brahmana Patnis, their devotion to the Lord, just by hearing from devotees how they develop that devotion and love for the Supreme Lord. And the important lesson we learned is that we should spend most of our time in hearing Shravanam about Supreme Lord and being in the association of devotees, so that we may also get one day attracted to the Supreme Lord and develop the same love and devotion. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much.
Class. We would like to have your association more and more, Prabhuji. So for Prabhuji and Prabhuji's whole family, let us all chant loudly once Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Prabhuji, would you
Thank you
like
so much,
to
Prabhuji. Thank you.
would you like to take any questions, Prabhu, if participants have got any questions? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Anybody has got any questions? Prabhuji is still available. You can unmute and get a clarification.
Pranam, very nice class, Prabhu. You have told that Krishna wants our undivided attention. But in this material world, we are tend to be in this, have so many distractions. So how to attain that undivided attention?
See, when we say
Inside.
undivided attention, that does not mean that we run away from our responsibility. Because if we see Bhagavad Gita, is whole discussion between Krishna and Arjuna is about the fact that Arjuna is saying that I want to run away, but Krishna is saying, no, you just meditate upon me. So whatever we are doing in that, we can just bring Krishna into the center of each and every activity. And, whenever we are taking care of our family, we can think we are doing the duty to Krishna. Whenever we are and we are going to office, we are earning about, and we can say that we are doing service to Krishna. We can engage ourselves in this thing. Actually, scriptures say that, we can be like a water drop on the lotus leaf. We are there, but at the same time, we are not attached to it. So when Krishna say that you undivided attention, that means we should do our duties. Prabhupada gives the example that when a married woman is, have a relation with some other person, then she is in her house, whatever in-laws house, and she's always, but what she's doing all the duties perfectly. Rather, she is doing more perfectly so that she's not caught by anybody. But her meditation, her thinking is only about her lover because she wants to meet that person. So same way we can be, whatever we are doing, we can still bring Krishna into the center, but that is only possible when we do a nice, Shravanam, nice association. We hear about Krishna, read about Krishna, we develop that attraction. And then only we will be in the midst of whatever responsibilities we are doing. With that also we are able to meditate about Krishna. So these gopis are also, these Brahman Patnis, Krishna didn't say that, okay, you leave your Brahmanas and you come to me. He says, no, you go and do your duties. Gopis were also sent back. Every devotee, wherever Krishna is saying, he's not saying them, this thing. But at the same time, he wants that we should always be meditating upon him. And that's why we see the Bhishma's prayers, Kunti's prayers, if we read everywhere, what they are saying is that we just please have our mind in your lotus feet, like a Rajhamsa get, entangled in the root of the lotus feet. King Kulashekara says in his prayers, right? So that undivided attention means whatever activities we are doing, we are just thinking about Krishna. And that will be only possible when we are doing a nice, strong sadhana, chanting nicely, reading and hearing nicely. With that, it is possible to achieve this thing, Mataji. That is also undivided, without leaving your existing responsibility, but we are still meditating on Krishna. Yat karoshi yatashnashi, yat juroshi dadasi yat. So Krishna is saying, whatever you are doing, just offer to me. Just that will be, this when, we see this, Brahma Vimohan Leela, what Krishna is doing. He's taking that, whatever this Gopa is having some curd rice. He's taking from his hand, from his mouth he's taking and he's eating. Why he's still doing all these things is because he just wants the love. He just needs love. He has everything. He's Lakshmipati. He doesn't need our wealth. He doesn't need anything. He just needs that love, our bhakti. So that is possible when we are doing wonderful. Let's take association of pure devotees, do nice sadhana. We will be able to meditate upon Krishna all the time. I hope I answered your question, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Very nice answer, Prabhu. I'm motivated by that, inspired. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay, so once again we'll chant because Prabhu's family is Gauranga family. Premadata Chaitanya Prabhu, they have a son and daughter, Gaurang, Gaurangi, and Sarvasri Gaurangi Mataji, all Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's family.
All Guru Maharaj mercy.
So let's all chant 3 times again Gauranga as a token of thanksgiving for Premadata Prabhu and his family, so that all the devotees, we will get blessings from Prabhu, and we will also pray for Prabhu and his family. Let's all chant 3 times Gauranga.
Gauranga,
Gauranga,
Gauranga.
So thank you very much.
So much, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhu. Krishna Ratri for you and all your participants.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।